Hey, everybody. This is Jake. Thanks for being here. Today's episode is called Love's Invitation. It's part 4 of the 4-part series, The Heart of Things, Love and the Life of the World. We'll be discussing walking the way of love in a broken world. And if you're just jumping in now, no worries. You can listen to this episode all on its own. And in the newsletter, if you like, you'll find links to each of the previous parts. Let's get started. My mother, Trudy, arrived at Mauthausen concentration camp toward the end of 1944. Mauthausen was a work camp. Auschwitz and Treblinka were death camps, but the terms are deceptive. The mission was the same: extermination. Only the method and the pace differed. Death camps killed by gas chamber and oven, work camps killed slowly through exhaustion, starvation, and disease. At Mauthausen, the gas chamber was reserved for those too weak to labor. Conditions were so brutal that the Nazi high command called it the bone grinder. What does evil like this say about God? Some say it proves that God doesn't exist. I understand. I've passed through seasons of atheism and agnosticism myself. Now I'm a Christian, though logic didn't get me there. That might surprise those who know I once taught philosophy. Each year I led students through the classic arguments reconciling God and evil. Yet those arguments remained abstractions. Faith, I've come to see, isn't about mastering ideas. It's about discerning whether the path you're walking leads you where your heart most longs to go. We all yearn for a full-hearted life, to know who we are, to be true to ourselves, to do something that matters. We want to live with passion, to belong in real relationships, to take joy in being alive. So the question that haunted me was this: is following Jesus the path to that life? Reflecting on the Holocaust helped me answer. From the Nazi point of view, the camps were factories for eliminating vermin. The conditions reinforced the lie that the prisoners were subhuman. Their lives were meaningless. And yet Mauthausen clarified the meaning of the cross for me. The camp was exactly the kind of place where Jesus exercises the power of love. On the cross, he stands with the lost, the least, the abandoned, and the tortured, with the hungry, the imprisoned, and the despised. The cross is not a spectacle for reverence alone. It is a call to walk the way of love, to take up our own cross. As Simone Weil wrote, the ones who do the crushing feel nothing. It is the person crushed who feels what is happening. Unless one has placed oneself on the side of the oppressed to feel with them, one cannot understand. To follow Jesus is to take the side of the crushed, to oppose hate and violence with love's power. It means feeding the hungry, healing the sick, speaking for the powerless, and setting the prisoner free. When we walk this path, even when it leads through suffering, we discover who we truly are, the beloved of Christ. our lives become intertwined with others in genuine care. God's purpose to make all things new becomes our own. Jesus' call to the way of love is not a demand or a command, it's an invitation, a lover's invitation. Richard Rohr puts it beautifully. The people who know God well, mystics, hermits, prayerful people, those who risk everything to find God, always meet a lover, not a dictator. I've accepted that invitation, and I've found it to be the pathway to a full-hearted life. That's it for now, but before signing off, here are a couple of reminders. Remember that there are extras in the newsletter. Don't forget to check them out after listening. In particular, there's a little bit about my book, A Full-Hearted Life, and in a way to get a copy for yourself or to buy gifts for friends here as Christmas is coming up. But anyway, that's it for now. I'm really appreciative of you all. Thanks for being here week in and week out, for your comments and just your likes on the app. I hope for all of you that the season of Advent that's coming will be a season of fruitful expectation and waiting. And look, stay tuned till next time. Well, there will be a new Advent theme series starting just next week, so look for that. And until then, be well and God bless.